So before I try and start this, I want to trace the fuel line and make sure that there's no real issues with it. So today we want to start the 43 Willys MB. I've been at this now for several days, trying to solve all the potential problems that are keeping this thing from running. The last video we put in the new starter switch, the new battery. We verified that everything was free and running. The battery is charged. In this episode, we're going to go through and check all of the fuel system, and again, making sure there's no vacuum leaks or potential vacuum leaks from the line from the tank to the carburetor. And then I'm going to prime the fuel filter and get as much gas in that little tank as I can, so hopefully that when the pump starts to draw, it's not having to draw it all the way from the tank. And I don't know, we'll see. Again, I'm all new at this. I've never done this. This is some of the things that it was suggested to me that I try and do. But today, the plan is to start the Willys MB. So before I try and start this, I want to trace the fuel line and make sure that there's no real issues with it. And it's all really brand new and pretty clean under here. So one of the immediate problems or possible problems is going to be this rubber transition from the steel to steel. So in this bend area right here, where the panel bends from flat to the firewall, or the toe board rather, they use the rubber line, and instead of a solid line that's kind of loose. We're going to have to do something about that later. All right, so let's go ahead and try and tighten those up. One thing I was warned about, that these systems are very susceptible to air leaks. So that affects the ability of the pump to suck gasoline from the tank. And then if we look all the way up to the filter, that's the only break in the line is right there. So we just check that. Let's go up on the top. And then we want to make sure these lines in and lines out are snug. And they are. There's nothing loose or concerning about that. So the fuel line comes out of that filter unit, goes down along the frame rails, and comes over to this point right here, which is another potential problem because it's another rubber connection between a steel line and a steel line. All right, so we'll have to tighten that up or make sure it's tight. And that is loose. All right, tighten that one up. And then there's another one over here. And that one's not bad. Goes up under the water pump, across the engine, into the pump, the fuel pump, out of the fuel pump, up through another rubber line, another fuel filter, another rubber line, into the carburetor. Pat was telling me that I probably ought to try and lose this, that all of these connections are another potential vacuum leak for the fuel system. So today I'm not going to do that. Today I just intend to try and get this thing running. That's my goal. So it was suggested that I take the canister, the fuel filter canister, off the firewall, and then fill this canister up with fresh gas. And I have to be kind of careful because as I compress this, it obviously displaces the gasoline and brings it up the canister. So I have a small can that I've bent, filled it with gas, and Just keep adding a little bit. Compressing this, make sure that I'm not overfilling it. That's actually filling up the filter as well. There we go. That was about 3/4 of a cup of gasoline. I'm surprised it took that much. All right, let's go and install it onto the Jeep. All right, so I need to be careful. This canister's full, and I don't have a lot of room to work, which seems to be pretty typical of everything under this Jeep. Okay, so I don't want to spill the gas, and I need that to compress. All right, so let's give it a shot, see if this thing will start. All right, let's give it a shot of carb cleaner and just give it a little more incentive to start. Yes, 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 yes! I am so excited, guys. We've got this thing running. It's been 2 years. It's up and running. I am thrilled. The next time we come back, we're going to take this beast for a ride. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Ring that bell so you get notified the next time I post a video. Thanks for watching, guys. Come back the next time. I'll see you later.